Welcome to aminacademy.com. In developmental psychology, let us discuss about adulthood. Adulthood, the period in the human lifespan in which full physical and intellectual maturity have been attained. Adulthood is commonly thought of a beginning at age 20 or 21 years, middle age commencing at about 40 years, is followed by old age at about 60 years. These are the lifespan. A brief treatment of development during adulthood follows for full treatment. Also, we can consult. Physically, early and middle adulthood are marked by slow, gradual declines in body functioning, which accelerates as old age is reached. The muscle mass continues to increase through the mid 20s. Thereafter, gradually decreasing, the skeletal mass increases until age 30 or so, and then begins to decrease. First in the central skeleton, that is pelvis and spine, and last in the peripheral skeleton, fingers and toes. Throughout adulthood, there is a progressive deposition of cholesterol in the arterial arteries, and the heart muscles eventually grows weaker even in the absence of detectable diseases. The production of both male and female hormones also diminishes with age. Through this cannot be directly related to the gradual diminution in sexual activity that occurs in both males and females between 20 and 60. There is a clear evidence that with increasing age, adults display a slow, very gradual tendency toward decreasing speed of response in the execution of intellectual and physical tasks, slowing a rate of electrical activity in the older adult brain have been linked to the slowing of behavior itself. This decline in the rate of central nervous system processing does not necessarily imply similar changes in learning, memory, or other intellectual functions. The learning capacity of a young adult is superior to that of older adults, as is their ability to organize new information in terms of its content of meaning. Older adults, on the other hand, are equal or superior to young adults in their capacity to retain general information and in their accumulated cultural knowledge. Now, let us discuss further detail about what is adulthood. Adulthood in developmental psychology encompasses the period from the end of adolescence until the end of life, characterized by significant physical, cognitive, and psychosocial changes. It's not just about reaching physical maturity, but also about navigating developmental tasks and transition across various stages. Some key aspects of adulthood in developmental psychology. First one, biological perspective. Adulthood is often defined by the cessation of physical growth and the attainment of full biological maturity. From biological perspective, adulthood in developmental psychology is defined by the completion of physical maturation and attainment of sexual maturity and the capacity for reproduction. It also encompasses the onset of sen- senescence, the biological process of aging, which involves gradual physical decline. Cognitive development. While some cognitive abilities peak early in adulthood, others, like post-formal thought, that is integrating logic with experience, continue to develop itself. Psychosocial development. This involves forming intimate relationships, establishing careers, developing a sense of identity, and navigating roles related to work, family, and community. In developmental psychology, psychosocial development in adulthood involves navigating societal expectations and personal experiences to form an identity, establish intimate relationship, and contribute to society. The prominent theory by Eric Erikson describes three stages. First one, intimacy versus isolation in earlier adulthood, focusing on forming deep connections. Generativity versus stagnation is in middle adulthood, characterized by nurturing future generations, and integrity versus despair in late adulthood, involving reflecting on life with a sense of fulfillment of regret. Stages of adulthood, there are different stages. First one, emerging adulthood, that means 18 to 29 years, a period of exploration and identity formation, often marked by instability in relationships and careers. Young and middle adulthood involves commitment to marriage, parenting, and careers with potential for both fulfillment and challenges. Late adulthood, about 65 plus, characterized by retirement, managing health changes, and reflecting on life's achievement. Positive adult development. This focuses on aspects like life satisfaction, well being, healthy relationship, and engagements in work and community. Positive adult development PAD is a branch of developmental psychology focusing on growth, well being, and flourishing in adulthood, contrasting with traditional views of decline or stasis. It examines cognitive, emotional, and social factors contributing to an individual's ability to master challenges, grow in self insight, achieve life satisfaction, and contribute positively to society. Key themes include personal adjustment, personal growth, resilience, and cultivating strengths, often informed by positive psychology principles. Individual variability. Adult development is highly individual, influenced by life experience, personal choices, and cultural context. In developmental psychology, individual variability encompasses both inter-individual variability, that is, differences between people, and intra-individual variability, fluctuations within a single person. Inter-individual variability refers to the unique traits, abilities, and behaviors that distinguish one person from another, like differences in personality or intelligence. Intra individual variability focuses on short term, within person changes in behavior or performance, which can provide insights into development, health, and cognitive processes. Theories of adult development. Theories of adult development in developmental psychology study the physical, cognitive, and socio emotional changes that occur after adolescence, with prominent theories including Daniel Levinson's life structure theory, which describes alternating period of stability and crisis as a adult from their its structure, and Eric Erickson's psychosocial stages, which highlights the midlife crisis of generativity versus stagnation, and the final stage of ego integrity versus despair. Other perspectives inclusive Arthur Weiland's work on adult lives and Roger Gould's focuses on replacing adult responses with mature ones. Levinson's theory outlines stages of early, middle, and late adulthood with transition and culminating periods. Erickson's theory, in short, focuses on psychosocial development across the lifespan, including stages like intimacy versus isolation, that is early adulthood, and generativity versus stagnation, middle adulthood. Next, Lew Garton's theory examines the social and psychological aspects of aging, including social roles and life satisfaction. Key consideration: health and well being. Adulthood is a time of both physical peak and potential health risks, with various factors influencing overall well being. Social context, cultural norms, social expectations, and economic factors can significantly impact adult development. Individual differences, not all adults follow the same developmental path, and experiences can vary greatly. So far, we discussed about in developmental psychology about adulthood. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.